can only show you the door. You have to walk through it.
Hello guys, welcome to the Crypto Matrix. I'm Mr. Legend. In this video, we'll take a look at the king of the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin. Bitcoin currently trades above $110,000. Over the last 1 year, Bitcoin has rallied up by more than 92.5%. We're currently in a Bitcoin bull market, even though market participants are still fearful. Bitcoin dropping to $109,000 send a lot of shockwaves in the cryptocurrency market. And over the last 1 month, sentiment has gone from greed to neutral to fear and back to neutral. In this video, we'll look at the Bitcoin US dollar price chart on a daily time frame. Bitcoin has popped towards $110,000. We have seen Bitcoin get to as high as $124,000 in this cycle. How high can Bitcoin possibly go in the coming days and the coming weeks? Is it possible for us not to set new all-time highs? Is the cycle over? That's what market participants have been thinking. And right now, we look at Bitcoin dominance. Also, Bitcoin dominance is at 58.6%. How low can it possibly go in the coming days and the coming weeks? We'll talk about that and more in this video. But first, guys, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. So when it comes to investing, nothing will pay off more than educating yourself. Do the necessary research and analysis before making any investment decision. Let's get down to business. Right now, altcoins and Bitcoin are having a nice time. We are seeing a green day in the cryptocurrency market. And if you see news going around the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin clings to $109,000 as whales rotate to Ethereum and UK bond spikes. Bitcoin hold over $109,000, hinges on this week's US job report and other macro data. Remember, guys, when there's a lot of fear in the market, when there's a lot of doubt in the market, that's when the news story will be reinforcing that doubt, reinforcing that fear. Bitcoin trades above $110,000. The first time we saw Bitcoin getting to $110,000, there was euphoria in the market, there was extreme greed in the market, and just some few weeks later, Bitcoin is heading back to that $110,000. But this time around, sentiment has flipped. Market participants are expecting higher prices. They're expecting us to continue pumping to the moon. And if you look at what Bitcoin has been doing since the 22nd of May 2025, when it first got to $112,000, we've seen it first dump to as low as $98,000. That was the 22nd of June 2025. There was fear in the market then. Market participants were asking themselves the question, is the cycle over? We saw Bitcoin setting new all-time highs on the 14th of July 2025. We saw it get to as high as $122,000. And when we got to the 14th of August 2025, we saw Bitcoin finally breaking to new all-time highs again. But this time around, with just $1,000, because Bitcoin got to an all-time high of $124,500. And since the 14th of August 2025, we have seen Bitcoin dump. We have seen Bitcoin lose that $120,000 level. We have even seen it got into as low as $108,000. About a 14% dump from all-time highs. That was enough to send market participants fearing. That's enough to change sentiment in the cryptocurrency market from greed to neutral and down to fear. Right now, we're back to neutral sentiment. So hopefully, over the next few days and the next few weeks, we'll see sentiment improve in the cryptocurrency market that will eventually send us back to greed or send us back to extreme greed. Now, there may be some trouble in paradise for Bitcoin, even though we're seeing Bitcoin recovering well, Bitcoin getting back to the $110,000, guys. Bitcoin's in the technical indicators are showing that there's trouble ahead. Now, Bitcoin was doing all fine, pumping to higher prices. But since when we hit that top on the 14th of July 2025, Bitcoin's RSI has not been able to get back to that high levels. And even though when Bitcoin got to all-time highs on the 14th of August, we were seeing a clear bearish divergence on the RSI of Bitcoin and the price. The price got to new highs, the RSI couldn't get to new highs. So I'll not be shocked, guys, if in the coming days and the coming weeks, we see a 702 retracement for Bitcoin, the king of the cryptocurrency market. If you don't know what a 702 retracement is, use your Fibonacci retracement tool from the top that Bitcoin came in, $124,000, to the bottom that's coming right now, expecting a retracement level, and that retracement level is where market participants will get sucked in. Now, initial stages of the bear market, Nobody wants to agree that we are in a bear market. I'm not saying this is a bear market. I'm just saying this looks like the initial stages. This is bringing flashbacks of 2021. Now, we see Bitcoin getting to that $119,000, $120,000, and it's having difficulties pumping to new all-time highs. And simultaneously, we're seeing altcoins get to new all-time highs. We're seeing Ethereum get to new all-time highs. That may be a telltale sign to run for the hills. That may be a telltale sign that the party is over. If you zoom out and you see what Bitcoin has been doing over the last 3 years, Bitcoin has just been on a tear, rallying aggressively to higher prices. As market participants are calling for tops, it continues rallying aggressively to higher prices. But remember, this continuous rally cannot last forever. At some point in time, the game is going to come to an end. And I strongly believe we're getting to the end of the market cycle. If you look at what Bitcoin did in 2021, given the experience of how Bitcoin could possibly top, coincidentally then, it was the 14th of April, Bitcoin got to that all-time high of $69,000. But before the 14th of April, we saw Bitcoin 1 month earlier on the 13th and the 14th of March 2021, first getting to a new all-time highs. And if you see what happened then, the RSI was reducing, that Bitcoin was losing momentum, even though the price was going to higher values. And the last time Bitcoin got to an all-time high, $69,000 in that 2021. When the first crash happened, market participants were saying, you know what, this time is different. It's just one of the bull market dumps. But then Bitcoin failed to set new all-time highs again. We only saw a 702 retracement before the big dump to Goblin Town happened. And it took 17 days before the big dump to Goblin Town began. And when that big dump to Goblin Town began, in just the space of 9 days, guys, we saw Bitcoin losing around 50% of its value. So you have to be very, very careful. At any point in time, things can get very, very ugly. If Bitcoin dumps around 50% from the $120,000 level, that will just take Bitcoin back to $60,000. And a lot of market participants will be crying because I saw some news stories going around the market that Bitcoin will never go below $50,000. We're not going to see bear markets, guys. You don't want to believe all those stories and all those false tales. One thing is showing the cryptocurrency markets, there's always going to be bullish sentiment. There's always going to be bearish sentiment. The market is always swinging between extreme fear and extreme greed. And we've seen extreme greed over the last 1 year. We've seen Bitcoin stuck in the greed territory for months on end. I will not be shocked if in the coming days and coming weeks, when Bitcoin price start declining aggressively, maybe towards the $70,000, $80,000 level, you see extreme fear return back to the cryptocurrency market. And if you look at Bitcoin dominance, it's not increasing. Bitcoin dominance has been reducing. Historically, that has been a good sign for the altcoins in the cryptocurrency market, but there has been bad signs for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin dominance is increasing, it means new capital entering the cryptocurrency market is skipping Bitcoin and heading straight to the altcoin market. The altcoin market is getting a nice shine. Bitcoin dominance has been dumping for more than 67 days. The longer we go with Bitcoin dominance dumping, guys, the more Bitcoin is a precarious position. If you go back to 2021 and you see what was Bitcoin doing at the end of the 2021 cycle, Bitcoin dominance was reducing aggressively as Bitcoin started topping. And I will not be shocked, guys, if Bitcoin dominance start dumping where market participants are now singing Kumbaya, calling for new alt season, thinking we're going to the moon. In my experience, when market participants are excited and calling for higher prices with so much confidence, that's a telltale sign we're probably getting to the end. Bitcoin market cap sits at around $2.3 trillion. In the coming days and coming weeks, guys, Bitcoin could rally back to $120,000. Hopefully, we don't top there, but if Bitcoin finds a lot of difficulty at $120,000, that may be a sign to run for the hills. If you look at liquidation in the currency market, the last 24 hours has seen more than $442 million getting liquidated from the bulls and the bears. And Ethereum is where the party at. Over the last few weeks, we have seen a lot of activity going on the Ethereum blockchain. So I'll not be shocked, guys, if this is a telltale sign from the market that the party is coming to an end. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Are you buying more Bitcoin right now? Do you believe the bull market still has room to run? Do you think Bitcoin can get to $150,000? $150,000 or $200,000 as the case may be? Or do you believe in my wild theories that the cycle is almost coming to an end? Drop your thoughts about that in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more awesome videos like this. Turn on the post notifications to get notified anytime I drop a new video, anytime I go live. Remember guys, when it comes to investing, nothing will pay off more than educating yourself. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Invest for the long haul. Don't get too scared. Don't get too greedy. See you guys in my next video.
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more. Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself.